St. Helena is an anomaly. You can tell simply by the sky-high rates that people are paying. When you compare St. Helena to other cities in the North Bay area, let's say 14 other cities that are close by, and especially those in the Napa Valley, St. Helena is far and away the most expensive for water rates of all of the cities. In St. Helena, you have this abnormally high water rate problem, largely because you have roughly 20% of your water usage going outside your city limits to out-of-city contract water users that set up contracts over a span of maybe 30 years in the past, some more recent, some older, by which these commercial enterprises outside the city are able to ask for and get water from St. Helena and create a demand on St. Helena's water supply. The only way that St. Helena can keep up with the demands of these outside users is to buy super expensive water from Napa, which costs 3 times as much as the indigenous or local water that you get from Bell Canyon Reservoir and from your underground water. It's not your responsibility to serve water to anybody outside your city boundaries. And in my practice going all over the state, I have not seen any city anywhere, north or south or in between, where 20% of your water deliveries are going outside your city limits to consumptive water users. It is simply unheard of. And then on top of that, the residents of the city are asked to pay for the water that they really haven't generated a need for, and then pay a blended rate incorporating this expensive water. And that's one of the main reasons that your water rates are so high. I can tell you that the broad statement that tiered water rates are incompatible with your system is simply not accurate. Almost 100% not accurate. Tiered water rates are permissible in a city when the different tiers or the different rates, whether they are higher rates or lower rates, correlate with the costs of providing the service. Now, as a matter of fact, within your city, you do have areas where the costs of providing the service are higher. That ought to be looked at carefully. When it comes to the out-of-city contract water users that are completely outside of your city, Proposition 218 and the legal constraints on tiered rates don't even apply. It doesn't even enter the discussion. And it is a red herring. There are very, very few cities that don't have multiple sources of water. Every city does what it can to secure its water future by obtaining water from different sources from a smorgasbord. And the presence of multiple sources of water has absolutely nothing to do with tiered rates.